My name is Robert Chapman, the newly elected Alderman at Large here in the city of Clinton, and this is the Clinton Board of Aldermen recap from July 1st, 2025. Prior to the official start of the new board, all the newly elected officials were sworn in by current City Judge Darren LaMarca. The room was packed with family and friends helping us celebrate this accomplishment and kicking things off officially. With Mayor Will Purdy at the helm, we started the meeting with a report from Parks and Rec Director Courtney Nunn, who informed us about all the great things happening within her department. She updated us on Phase 1 of the 2% Park project, letting us know that Brighton Park Playground has officially opened. Now, built into the park is a plan for expansion, so she's excited about the possibilities that lie in front of the city in this realm. The new restrooms are being constructed at Traceway Park, as well as the pickleball complex near Kidstown, equipped with restrooms and not porta potties. This has been a long time coming. She also let us know about the largest sports lighting project in the history of the state, telling us that it is all but done. The deadline of July 4th will be hit, as we've seen 70 poles erected holding 575 LED lights. This is only the start of what needs to happen to Traceway Park, so we'll celebrate this enormous milestone and then press on towards accomplishing the next handful of goals. Courtney closed out her presentation letting us know that July is Parks and Recreation Month, and Courtney's crew is second to none. Their work and their professionalism will be on display during this year's 4th of July celebration, where Clinton native Jericka Singleton will get to shine prior to the fireworks extravaganza. After hearing from Courtney, we jumped into the agenda, officially adopting policies and procedures, laying out the ground rules for board meetings, as well as a procedural ordinance that will add a little more structure to the proceedings of meetings themselves. At the start of each term, returning department heads are reappointed, and any new department heads are then also appointed. And that's exactly what we did. We approved the reappointments of Jimmy Baldry, City Clerk, Police Chief Fort Heyman, Philip Lilly with Public Works, WGK as our city engineers, Roy Edwards with Community Development, Courtney Nunn with Parks and Rec, Chandra Fontenot with Therapeutic Recreation, Marcia Barham with the Visitor Center, Tara Lytle with Main Street Clinton, Marley Price Cook as the Communications Director, Kevin Runlett as the City Prosecutor, and Graham Carner as the City's Public Defender. We appointed 3 new names to head up important positions, with Josiah Burns as the city's newest city attorney, Levius Buckley as the new fire chief, and Brianna Norton to fill the spot of the newly created Chief of Staff and Special Projects position. With the new board being officially in place, we were tasked with naming a mayor pro tem in the event that Mayor Purdy was unable to attend a meeting for any reason. Traditionally, this position lands on the only other citywide elected position, the Alderman at Large. My fellow board members followed that tradition and nominated me to act as the mayor pro tem. The final 2 acts of housekeeping had us change the signatures for the city accounts with Bank Plus for the new mayor, mayor pro tem, and the city clerk, as well as appoint Mayor Purdy as the City of Clinton's voting delegate for the Mississippi Municipal League. Talk about a mouthful. Also, Ward 1 Alderwoman Karen Godfrey was nominated as our alternate. These are 2 excellent choices in my opinion. We had to update the names on the Big Black River Sewer Project by adding the newly elected mayor on the board, replacing Mayor Fisher. So now the 4 members on that board from Clinton are Mark Bailey, who serves as president, Rodney Harrison, who serves as vice president, Philip Lilly, and Mayor Will Purdy. We heard from Chief Heyman, who asked that we accept a $100 donation from Coach TK Saul in the memory of his brother and former Clinton police officer George Saul. We voted to enter into an agreement with NR Tennis, an independent group that will manage the tennis courts at Brighton Park. They will handle scheduling, court reservations, and tournaments at the city's tennis complex. More details and information about this will be coming out shortly. We approved a certificate of appropriateness for 2 decorative fencing options for a home in Old Town Clinton. This is something that is allowed in the Old Town Clinton district. We had a second certificate of appropriateness asking to remove the silos and elevators from the old Johnston Mill in Old Town Clinton. They said parts of the elevator are breaking and falling, producing a hazard, but we got into the discussion about the silos. They do not pose a threat, so it was requested that we table the vote on the silos, only allowing for the hazardous portions to be taken care of, but further discussion to be held on this building that has historical significance to the city. A third certificate of appropriateness was issued by Dave Riley, who is seeking to remove 4 dead trees on his housing property near City Hall, as well as a request to fix the fence. We issued a conditional use to Zio Group and Rex Atkinson, who is wanting to expand the previously issued conditional use that allows his precast buildings housing fiber optic lines. He's wanting to add 2 more as his capabilities have expanded. We issued another conditional use to Chris Evans to allow for a property of his to be used as a short-term rental. Nearing the end of our meeting, we amended the ordinance for liquor stores, taking them from an allowed use in the C2 zonings to a conditional use. This is something that will benefit the expansion of the City of Clinton's economic development opportunities. And finally, we moved on an unkempt property that was brought to us by Roy Edwards. We approved the promotion of a part-time dispatcher with the Clinton Police to a full-time dispatcher and also hired a second dispatcher. We approved the hiring of a grounds tech and a summer worker with Parks and Rec, as well as a maintenance worker with Public Works. With our first meeting under our belt, I can assure you that there is confidence within this board that great things are heading our way. We have a strong coalition of people whose rockets are all pointing in the same direction. You can't help but get excited about it. Now, if you see me out and about, please stop and say hello. Keep taking care of each other. Look out for your neighbor. And as always, I appreciate your time.